Well, Reem Haddad is a spokesperson for the Syrian Information Ministry. She confirmed that the government is to revoke the emergency law as well as other reforms.
There were demonstrations and there were demands that were studied, legitimate demands by the people, of course, that the government is studying seriously. And one of these legitimate demands was to revoke the state of emergency, and there were others, of course, and all of them are being studied seriously, and steps will be taken to implement these reforms.
Why are people being allowed to demonstrate their support in Damascus, and people who are protesting in other cities such as Dara or Sanamine are not being allowed to take to the streets peacefully?
Some of them were not actually demonstrators with legitimate rights. They were armed groups who had a different political agenda, and they caused riot and they burned and they caused fear amongst the inhabitants, and that was why these demonstrations.
Is this why the security forces shot at them? Because they caused some of the people that we've been speaking to certainly told us that they were there to bury their dead and that they were not armed groups as you claim. Why did the security forces shoot at them in that case?
The security forces were given very strict orders not to shoot at anyone, and they did not shoot at anyone at all until those people shot at them and at other citizens. Now, obviously, when you have people shooting, then it becomes a matter of national security, and you just can't have that happening on the streets.
Okay, well, this claim, of course, is being disputed by the folks there in Sanamine and Dara. The government, again, has made a number of concessions, lifting this emergency law, which is quite significant, I believe, also allowing political prisoners to be released. But some of the people that we heard from in Sanamine yesterday some of them are now calling for a change in regime. What's the government's response to this?
I'm not aware of this request, and I don't actually know where you got this from. Neither do I know anything about. Hang on, let me finish. Neither do I know anything about political prisoners being released, for that matter.
Okay, so you're telling me now that reports that we've heard that the Syrian government is considering releasing some political prisoners are wrong then?
I have not heard anything on that issue.